In today's video, we're going to be talking about matte boxes, why you should use them, when you should buy one, and then we're going to talk a little bit about this particular matte box right here. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Like I said in the intro, we're talking matte boxes today, okay? And there's a lot of like misconceptions about matte boxes, and I feel like a lot of people buy a matte box for the wrong reasons. So today I want to talk a little bit about why you should be buying a matte box, and then I want to talk a little bit about this matte box. This one right here is from Proaim. It is the MB-10 lightweight clamp-on matte box, and I've been using it for the past couple of months. I'll talk more about it later in this video, but yeah, let's get right into, the more important things of what matte boxes are actually designed to do and why you should consider buying one. So before we dive in and talk about matte boxes in today's video, make sure that you guys stick around to the end of the video because I'll be announcing the winner to the Amazon gift card from my last video at the end of this video. And if you want a chance at winning some free money to Amazon, make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below, like the video, share it, and drop a comment because in my next video, I will also be giving away another Amazon gift card. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, let's be honest. We all buy a matte box to make our rig look cooler. I mean, come on, like, look at this. You can't tell me this doesn't look professional. This, to me, just tells the client that when I pull up on set, I mean business and I'm not fucking around. I'm totally joking, guys. I'm not saying you should go out and buy a matte box just to make your rig look cooler. There are a couple of reasons why you should consider investing into a matte box, and the first reason why I want to talk about is controlling your light as much as possible. So matte boxes are designed to hold filters in front of your lenses, but the reason why that's not like the first thing I want to talk about is because they're also designed to try to control as much flare as possible. All right, so taking a look at the design of the matte box, you can see that we have, two walls on the side, then we have a top and bottom of the matte box. They stick out well past the front element of the lens. If I turn the camera this way, the front element's over here, and you can see that, the sides of the matte box stick out well past the front element. The reason they're designed like this is because matte boxes are trying to, like I said earlier in the video, control all of the light that is coming into your lens, okay? Since the matte box sticks out past, the sides and the top of the lens, it's helping cut out all of those unwanted flares and sun rays or light rays, whatever light sources are coming into your lens from the sides, it's helping control those and cut as many of those out because those light sources that are coming into the side of the lens when you don't have a matte box on, those are what give you those really ugly flares, ghosting, loss of contrast, things like that in your image. And obviously, like if we're professionals, right, we're trying to get the best image possible, we're trying to control that, we're trying to eliminate as much of that ugly flaring as possible, and that is what a matte box is designed to do. On top of the matte box right here, it's a little squeaky, I'm sorry about that, but we have what's called a French flag. But basically what a French flag does is it helps you control contrast ratios in your scene. So if you're shooting a subject that's backlit, and the light is coming directly into the lens this way, you can kind of angle your French flag down a little bit, and it just helps you control the contrast ratio in your scene without, completely washing out the entire image. So another reason why I like to shoot with the flag on top of the matte box is because when I'm done shooting, right, and I'm transporting the camera from location to location, or we're just taking like a 5-minute break on set, I can simply just shut the flag down. Now my lens is completely protected. I don't have to worry about, putting a lens cap on the lens or anything like that. So that's why I like having the flag on top of the matte box. And then when you're ready to shoot, simply you just open it up and you're ready to go. Hopefully, whatever matte box you buy is not as squeaky as mine, but hey, adds a little character, right? So another reason why you should consider buying a matte box is to start investing into professional filters. This right here is a 4x5.65 Prism Lens Effects Dream Filter. And the reason why I bought this filter is because, down the road, 5-10 years from now, I see myself shooting on big cinema cameras like this right here. This is the Zcam F6, but who knows, down the line I might be shooting on Red, I might be renting out Aries, who knows, where my career will take me. But the farther you get into filmmaking, right, the more professional, the higher budgets that you get into, you start to use professional cinema lenses. And cinema lenses have, big front elements. The lenses typically don't have screw-on filter threads, so you need 4x5.65 filters to fit in front of the lens to add filtration, to add neutral density, to add things like that that are crucial when it comes to filmmaking. The thing I love about these 4x5.65 filters are this filter right here is going to last me my entire career. Unless I drop it and break it or damage it or something like that, obviously like I'll have to buy a new one. But this size filter will fit on pretty much any lens in the world, so I don't have to go out and buy another one of these for, you know, my Sony lenses or for my Canon FD lenses, or down the line when I buy cinema lenses. I don't have to buy a bunch of filters. I can just use this one size filter, slap it in my matte box, and we're good to go. So those are pretty much the two main reasons why you should consider buying a matte box. And if those reasons to you don't apply to your workflow or, you know, the type of projects that you shoot, then you shouldn't buy a matte box. You shouldn't go out and buy a matte box just to make your rig look cooler. You shouldn't go out and buy a matte box just to impress your clients and things like that. I mean, your clients will be impressed, don't get me wrong, and it will kind of add production value to yourself when you show up on set, but you shouldn't just go out and waste money on a piece of gear that you don't necessarily need. So one more thing I want to mention about using a matte box is that when you add it on the front of the lens right there, you're adding more weight to your rig. And if you love to shoot handheld like me, you know that adding weight to the rig is crucial. You need a heavy rig when you're shooting handheld because it's gonna help you get rid of those micro jitters. It's just gonna give you a more cinematic looking handheld image. And yeah, that's another little pro tip of shooting with a matte box. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this matte box in particular. Like I said earlier in the video, this is from Proaim. It is the MB-10 matte box. I picked this up about 2 or 3 months ago and I've been loving it ever since. I picked this up because I just wanted a lighter weight option to have for my cameras, because not all the time I wanna have, you know, a big tilt matte box on here that holds 3 filters. I really don't need 3 filters anymore. So yeah, I just wanted something a little bit smaller, more compact, lighter weight. And the thing that I really love about this matte box is the sides are actually rubber. So as you can see there, I can completely bend the sides of the matte box. And this is crucial for me because I like to get really close up to my subjects. I like to get close up to the foreground and shoot through, you know, different elements in the scene. And I noticed that when I had my big Tilt-A-Matte box that was made out of like carbon fiber, I was smacking that thing into everything. And one of the things that I smacked it into was a really expensive car. And anyway, what I like about this rubber design is that if you do end up smacking this matte box into something, it's not gonna cause any damage because it's literally just a piece of rubber and it's super soft and flexible. So you're not gonna ruin any really expensive cars like I almost did. After I got this matte box in, I actually realized that it is pretty much an exact replica of the Bright Tangerine Misfit Atom matte box, and I'm not complaining because this is about half the price, and in my opinion, I mean, I haven't used the Bright Tangerine, but in my opinion, it's just as good. It's a matte box, it holds 2 filters, and it's clamp-on, or you can use this little attachment right here that just attaches to the bottom of the matte box and allows you to slide the matte box onto the rails of your system instead of clamping it onto, you know, the front outer diameter of the lens. So this matte box is designed for 114mm cinema lenses. As you can see, that's a pretty big diameter, and if you're using a little lens like this, for example, this is just a Canon FD lens that I cine modded. I added an 80mm step-up ring on here. If you're using something like this, you know, a lens with a smaller diameter than 114mm, the matte box does come with a bunch of these step-up rings that you just have to have the right size. So since this is 80mm, this is also 80mm. You're gonna slide this on to the front of the lens like so, and then you can clamp on the matte box to that ring. And all you gotta do is just tighten it up, and now the matte box is on the lens, it's not going anywhere. So that is another really pretty much important feature of this matte box, because I know some other matte boxes you have to buy those step-up rings separately, but this one comes with a bunch of different sizes depending on the lens that you're using. Putting filters inside of this matte box is very easy. There's a lever on top of the matte box right here that you just pull back on, and then you slot your filter in from the bottom, and that lever kind of like cinches shut onto the filter and holds it in place. Like I said earlier, this matte box holds 2 filters, and to me that's really important because sometimes I like to stack filters to get different effects. And yeah, you want to have the options, right? When you're investing for your future, you want to give yourself as much options as possible. So stacking filters is definitely an option for me. So there's a couple last things I want to point out about this matte box. And the first thing is taking off the flag, because not always you're gonna be shooting with the flag, so sometimes you wanna take it off. If you wanna take the flag off, there's a knob right here. All you gotta do is just unscrew it, and the flag comes right off just like that. And it's just this little screw that holds the flag on top of the matte box. Personally, I don't really like that. I wish you could take the flag off a little bit faster because I don't always shoot the flag on, but that is just one of the flaws of this matte box, I guess you could say. Another thing that I find pretty cool about this matte box is since these sides are made out of rubber, you can actually take them off. So as you guys can see, like I said earlier, this is a very soft and flexible rubber material, so it's not gonna damage anything if you bump into something like I have. But the reason why you would want to take that off is to just cut extra weight in case you wanted to, you know, slap this camera on a gimbal or something. Just having this little mount onto the front of the lens is much smaller and will help with balancing a camera on a gimbal. So yeah, it just makes it easier for flying rigs on a gimbal. So that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to talk a little bit about why you should consider investing into a matte box. You shouldn't just buy one to make your rig look cooler. And I wanted to show you, you know, the matte box that I've been using for the past couple of months. And yeah, before we sign off this video, it's time to pick a winner to the giveaway from the last video. All right, so we're on commentpicker.com. We got the YouTube video URL loaded up, and we only have 23 comments to choose from. Before we pick this winner, guys, if you want to have the chance to win a free Amazon gift card, make sure that you comment down below on this video because that is how I'm going to be picking winners from here on out. And I will be picking another winner in the next video that I upload, so hit the subscribe button, drop some comments down below, and let's pick this winner right now. Kevin Rocks TV. Brother, you just won some free money to Amazon. So congratulations, Kevin. I will reach out to you, brother, and I will get you your free money just like I said I would. And guys, that is gonna wrap it up for today's video. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.